Listen up, kid. This isn't just a story of regret. It's a warning and a spark. Life will chew you up and spit you out if you let it, but it doesn't have to break you. I'm standing here, scars and all, to tell you one thing. Every mistake, every fall, it's fuel. You can let it crush you, or you can rise from the ashes stronger than ever. So, take a good look. What do you see? Not just a broken man, but a fighter who's still in the ring. And you? You're in this fight too. Let's talk about it. I used to be like you, full of fire, full of dreams, thinking I could bend the world to my will. Picture this, a young guy, barely 20, standing on a rooftop at midnight, screaming to the stars that he'd make it big. That was me. I thought I was untouchable, invincible. But the world, it doesn't care about your plans. It'll kick you in the teeth when you least expect it. And trust me, kid, it doesn't pull punch. You ever wonder what regret feels like? Let me paint it for you. It's not just a fleeting thought. It's a mountain on your shoulders, growing heavier with every step. It's the echo of screams in your mind at 3 a.m., faces of the people you've hurt staring back at you in the dark. I see them every night, the ones I let down, the ones I lost. Like my best friend Jake. We grew up together, made promises to conquer the world side by side, but I traded that bond for power, for control, thinking I was making the smart move. Last I heard, he's got a family now, a life I'll never be part of. And me? I'm stuck replaying our last fight in my head, his voice cracking as he said, "I can't keep doing this, man." That moment, it's a knife in my heart, twisting deeper every time I think about it. What about you? Ever pushed someone away and wished you could take it back? Ever looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back? If you haven't yet, you will. Life doesn't play fair. It's a brutal teacher. But here's the thing, you don't have to let it define you. You can keep watching me bleed out my story, or you can start writing your own. What's it gonna be? I've made mistakes, more than I can count. Choices that haunt me every damn day. I thought I was protecting the people I loved, but all I did was hurt them. Like Sarah, she believed in me when I couldn't even believe in myself. I can still see her standing in the doorway, rain pouring outside, her eyes filled with disappointment so deep it felt like a punch to the gut. "I thought you were better than this," she said, and then she was gone. That look, that moment, it's burned into my memory. No amount of time can erase it. Maybe you've got a Sarah in your life, someone who sees the good in you even when you can't. Don't make the same mistake I did. Don't push them away with your pride, your stubbornness, because when they're gone, all you're left with is a void that nothing can fill. You feel me? I'm not just talking to the air here, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you, the one listening right now, nodding along because you know exactly what I mean. You've felt that weight, haven't you? That guilt, that shadow that follows you everywhere. But here's the flip side, kid. Regret doesn't have to be the end. It can be the spark that lights your fire. Every scar I carry, every ghost that haunts me, they've taught me something. They've made me tougher, sharper, more determined. I'm still here, still fighting, and you can too. The darkness doesn't have to win. I've lost battles, hell, I've lost myself more times than I can count. But the hardest fight isn't out there in the world. It's in here. In the mirror. Facing the person you've become and deciding to claw your way back to who you could be. So, What's your fight gonna look like? You gonna let the shadows swallow you whole? Or are you gonna stand up and swing back? Keep listening. I've got more to say. There were times when the loneliness became unbearable, like a cold hand gripping my chest, squeezing tighter with every breath. I'd wander through my empty house, the silence mocking me like a cruel taunt. Each room a ghost of the life I once had, the life I destroyed with my own hands. The photos on the walls, faded and dusty, stared back at me like accusations. A small wooden frame on the mantel, me and Sarah laughing at some beach years ago, her smile brighter than the sun. I'd sit on the floor clutching that picture, and the sobs would come, shaking me to my core. The sound of my own crying echoed through the house, a haunting melody of despair. I'd cry until my throat burned raw, my eyes swollen shut, but the pain, it never faded. It's a shadow that clings to me, a reminder of all I've lost, all I've thrown away. And then there are the nights when the dreams come, so vivid, so real, I wake up reaching for someone who's long gone. Dreams of laughter, of love, of Jake slapping my back after a stupid bet we made as kids. But then I wake to the cold, empty reality of my life. I'd lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, tears streaming down my face as I remembered the warmth of Sarah's touch, the sound of her voice when she'd whisper my name. That bed, once a sanctuary, now feels like a tomb. I'd curl up, hugging a pillow that still faintly carries her scent, lavender and hope, and cry myself to sleep, wishing with every fiber of my being that I could turn back time. But no amount of tears can change the past. No amount of wishing can bring them back. All I have now are memories and the ache they leave behind. What about you? Ever woken up from a dream so sweet it hurts worse than reality? Ever clung to a memory so tight it feels like it's slipping through your fingers? I bet you have. We all have those ghosts, don't we? But here's the difference between me and you. You still have time. You still have a chance to hold on to what matters. So what are you waiting for? I wish I could go back, kid. I wish I could rewrite the story. But wishes are for fools. All I've got now is the weight of my regrets and the knowledge that I can't fix what's broken. I can't bring back the dead, those I buried with my choices. I can't erase the past. All I can do is survive another day, dragging this guilt behind me like a chain. But you've still got a shot. Don't waste it like I did. Don't let the darkness swallow you whole. Fight it. Fight for a future worth living for. Because once it gets its claws in you, once you let it take root, it's damn near impossible to break free. I ain't telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this because I see the fire in you. The same fire I had before I let it burn me to ashes. Remember what I said earlier? Pain doesn't have to define you. It can fuel you. Use it. Let it make you stronger. Life's gonna knock you down, beat you up, but you've got to keep getting up. Don't let the weight break you like it broke me. You've got potential. I can see it even if you can't yet. Don't waste it. Think about the people in your life right now. Your family, your friends, the ones who'd stand by you through hell. Don't push them away like I did. Don't let them become casualties of your pride, your ambition. I lost everyone who ever mattered to me because I was too blind to see what was truly important until it was too late. Jake, Sarah, my own brother, they're all gone, and I've got no one to blame but myself. Don't wait until you're staring at the ashes of your life to realize what you've lost. You've got opportunities I squandered, chances I never took. Don't let them slip away. Be the person you can look at in the mirror and be proud of, not the one who drowns in regret like me. Life ain't fair, kid. It's a battle every damn day. It'll test you, break you, make you bleed, but it's also a gift. Don't throw it away, cherish it, fight for it. My time's running out. I can feel the end creeping closer, a shadow I can't outrun. But you've still got so much ahead of you. Make it count. Don't let the darkness win. Be better than I was. Do better. Write your own story, one where the light doesn't die, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find the peace I never could. Hold on to your family, your dreams, your fire. Don't let go. You've got this. I believe in you, even if I never believed in myself. So go out there and fight. Don't let my story be yours.